Okay. Can you... Oh! Now you can hear me! Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a sec. Let me save those settings. I forgot I changed that. There we go. Hello! Again! Hi. So, look. I now have shoulder spikes. Before there was just the 3 spikes. Now they're all, and so the rest of them are dots. Now look, they're all actual spikes now. Wow. They're moderately not noticeable. And then I fixed my hands. I could do this now. I can flip people off. Literally the only time I flip the finger is on stream. Cause like, who does this IRL? Right? Who actually like flips the bird IRL? Like it feels so cartoonish to do that. They'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna show you with this finger. Take that. Yeah, look, thumbs. Oh, you can barely tell I did any. Oh, big head's not working? Why didn't big head work? Okay, give me a second. That worked. Weird. Okay, I'll change that out for hands. Oh, I don't even know if hands are gonna work. Oh, hands work. I don't know why big head doesn't work. Like, I'm coming to get you. So the big thing is, I spent a lot of time solving a problem that is very niche, which is facial capture. Because I have an iPhone mounted to my head, there's no actual way of cooling it or preventing it from overheating. So I had to design my own cooler, which I'm going to make a video about and release the files publicly. And I've been testing it. I'm on my like 7th revision of the design. And it works really well. I modified the design a little bit so that it also blows cool air in your face. You don't have to do it that way, but it also helps offset the balance a little bit. Whiskey! Thank you for the 19-month streak! 21 months! Wow! But yeah, that's... What have I been doing on my time off? I've been working on YouTube. I've been, working on this. The, iPhone cooler. Which is not a small feat. Let me show you what I made. Let me show you. Other than the people that I've sent the message to directly, no one outside those people have seen it. So only people on stream, you're gonna be the only other people who are gonna see it. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let's hope this works. Small. Green screen. So this is what I designed. So this is a 80mm fan. This is using a heatsink that was provided to me by Jarno. Thank you, Jarno. I know it's under Billy69, but Throne gave away the secret and said it was from you. And then so the main issue with most iPhone coolers or phone coolers is that the fan is from the back. And as you see, this mounts from the back, which causes a problem. Oh! Mad Haha! Thank you for buying me little banana candies. Thank you! So how this works is basically, it's very much designed for my specific use case, but I'm gonna be releasing the files publicly, where it's designed to mount with an iPhone case. And then it's the thinnest that it could be, and then it has a phone case that's 3D printed that has the mounting point for the heatsink, and then it's cooled by this 80mm fan. So you can kind of get a better look at it right here. See? It's not too heavy. The design that I showed on Twitter earlier which is this one. This one used a 92mm fan, and also it was more thick. See this giant air gap that's here? And I don't really know a lot about this, but basically since this is the fulcrum point, is that the right terminology? Since this is the fulcrum point, then that means the further away that the weight gets from this point, the heavier it's going to be, the greater the load. So the biggest thing here is that this fan is larger, and it's also, if you notice, it's past the fulcrum point. And then this is like, there's a lot of wasted space. So that's what I tried to solve with this. So it's about 33% more compact. There's basically no air gap, as you can see. And the fan is now in a different orientation, so it's flipped. So it actually offsets some of the weight back to the fulcrum point. I'm actually having a problem with my printer. I think I need to reconfigure it again. It's not calibrating. It got uncalibrated and it's not calibrated properly, but yes, this is it. So the parts list and the 3D print files are going to be released. And this is what I'm using right now. And it's not too loud because, well, let me turn the music off. You can barely hear it. Can you even hear it? I don't know, can you? Kind of? A little bit? Can you hear a fan in the background? This is actually not a good fan. This fan is kind of loud because it's a cheap fan that I salvaged from a case. I would really like to have a Noctua fan, but you know, I don't have one that's like 80mm. Yeah, it's great. So this is the design that's going to be released. The only thing that's like a little bit iffy with this is that I don't know a lot about 3D printing, but I've been using a soldering iron as a welder. So all these are welded. They're welded. They're welded. And that's how it stays on together. You weld it with a soldering iron. And that's it. So hopefully my facial capture is a lot better than before. I actually don't know. It looks better. It looks better. And that's... as long as I feel that it's better. Sure. I'm also not monitoring my own chat. Holy smokes. Oh, right. I forgot I have the foot pedal. I have the foot pedal. I also need to make sure that these cables... okay. Foot pedal. I don't remember how it works. Like this? That's green screen? Okay. That didn't bring me back. Okay, wait. I thought I fixed you! Oh! There we go. Got it. It's fixed. I got it. Got it. Well. Thank you for the bananas. I will eat them in one day. I know I shouldn't. Oh, but I will. I didn't mean to change the camera angle again. Ah! Cool. So, what else have I been doing on my time off? On my time off, surprisingly, okay, so designing and printing that took a lot of time. It looks so easy now, but like it's so hard. Like now thinking about it, it's like I feel like I have nothing to really show. I'm like, look at this thing I designed and it looks so simple, right? But like, it was difficult. Seven revisions. I worked on some commissions. What else did I do? I had a bit of a break from stream. I feel like I want to talk about it in like a concise way. That makes sense. Because I feel like a lot of the time I feel like I'm not streaming for the reasons that I was originally, right? So I feel like there was a big problem. So I think there was a bit of a problem before. It's like originally when I was started streaming, I was trying to make it more like keeping things like professional. Do you know what I mean? And like to me, like keeping things professional is not really that difficult because that's just how I act normally. Basically, this is like this how I act. So the biggest thing was, I was having fun. Like, do you want to like you should treat streaming like a job, but at the same time like have fun. And I feel like originally before, because I had a teaching job as my main job, and I just did streaming as like a stress relief. So like, it was just always gonna be like a little bit fun and fancy free, if that's like a good way to put it. Whereas now that we're back in Canada and that we're not teaching, it just feels like I'm not streaming for fun anymore. Like, I'm still having fun, but I'm not streaming for fun, professional. I don't know how to describe it. Because, like, I honestly think that all streamers should be having fun and enjoying what they're doing. But at the same time, you should treat it seriously, like work in some aspects, right? But like, you can still have fun, but the intent to do streaming can either be for having fun, or it is just fun, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's the thing. I think that's kind of like had a bit of a shift in how I approach things. And like, I think my default for that was to just try to become I don't know. Cause like, what did I stream before? I just streamed like VR chat, and then I just chatted. That's basically all I did. And then what did I do afterwards? I honestly, I haven't streamed a lot of games. The only games that I've streamed a lot of, like, before Canada, was, I'm not gonna count VR chat, but basically Minecraft and Cyberpunk. That's it. Tigerish, thank you for the 11 months. Well, the thing is, like, streaming should always be a job. It should always be enjoyable or fun. I think I was just like, from the stress, I guess. I don't know, I'm still stressed. I don't know, how do you describe it? Like, it feels like sometimes you get stressed, and then it feels like you can't... You know all the things that you need to do. You have a list of things that you need to do, and then you just don't do it because there's so many other things to do. Like, this phone cooler that I finished and designed wasn't on my list of things to do. I just did it. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. I just thought of it, and here it is.
Huh?
Basically.
Gary.
I don't even know. I'm honestly, I'm surprised it's here where it is, because it's working great. Oh my gosh, these hands. These hands are too realistic in how they move. So, yeah, that's the thing about streaming. And I was talking earlier about, I don't know how to just, like, I've seen so many other people who just do streaming, who they come and they go. They come and they go. They come and they go. And I feel like a lot of it is, I know for a fact there's one thing that I don't do, and that is I don't really do networking. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's something I should do, but I just don't. And I'm really terrible at it. Oh, by the way, I added the outline to the jacket too now. It's so cool. Look, it lights up the inside. But yeah. Networking is, difficult. I think I talked about this last time. I try to respond to people's... I think the main issue is that, like, most of the people that want to do stuff together either want me to stream it, which I don't want to stream it. So, like, I mentioned earlier, like, someone before invited me to play Mario Party. I was totally down for that. I didn't stream it. I had a great time. It was fun. I would love to do it again. And, like, that's kind of like how I would like to do that. Basically, just hanging out, playing a game, because, like, I think that's the only time I can really play games. I haven't been getting pestered, though, to play Final Fantasy 14? What is that? 14? Is that the MMO? The MMO that everyone plays? I'm not really interested in it. I'm not sure if that's bad. Then, most of the people that reach out to me are people that ask for help, which is my own grave that I continue to dig for myself, because my YouTube channel is all about tutorials. Okay, so can I just get a quick read? I have a genuine question. I'm not going to mention any names. So, this person's been messaging me on and off for a year on Twitter. They don't follow me on Twitter. They don't follow me on Twitch. I suspect they are also not subscribed to me on YouTube. And I do know that at the very least, they don't watch enough of my videos that they ask me questions about. Because, like, I'll ask questions of things that are specifically covered in the YouTube video. So, like, they ask how to do something, and they said they seen the they didn't say anything about seeing the video. So I said, watch this video. And I think the first time they said they saw it, but the question that they're asking was answered by the video. And I'm like, and I said, the question is answered in the video. And there's like, yeah, I just watched it just now. And I'm like, it hasn't been, it's only been 4 minutes. My video's not even that long. And then more recently, they've been messaging me, like, on and off for, like, this entire year. Hi, Syncridge! Thank you! Thank you for the 17 months! And they've been messaging me on and off for the last year, and it's basically just been the same. And, like, they keep asking questions that are literally answered in the video, in the videos that I do, or with common sense. And I feel like I'm extra annoyed because like they don't follow me, but like I feel like it's wrong for me to feel annoyed because they don't follow me and they're asking so many questions about basic things. They're not taking the time to watch my videos or listen to my help in full. Do you know what I mean? Like you say, hey, to make the sandwich, do A, B, and C. And they just do C, and they're like, it didn't work. And I'm like, did you do A and B? And they're like, yes. And then you ask a question specific to A and B without saying it's step A and B. And they're like, I didn't do that. And you're just like, now I know that you didn't follow my instructions. You didn't follow my instructions? And they're like, well, it worked before when I did it the way I did it before. And I'm like, well, clearly it doesn't work now. So, and the thing is like, I don't know. They're like they have a reasonably sized following to this person. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I should not be annoyed. It's been like a whole year. And literally the only thing they do is oh, right, by the way, too. They've never said thank you. Never. No thank you, no acknowledgement of time. Just question. I'll try that. And then, like, nothing. Until, like, later they'll ask another question about something different. I don't know how to feel about that. They don't follow my videos. They don't say thank you. I just handed them off to someone else, basically, very politely, because they started asking me another question, and I just handed them off to something else. Because I don't want to do it anymore with that person. Poke Sly. Sly is poked. So, I asked some creator friends that I know, like, they're not content creators. They do modeling and stuff. Way more talented than me at anything model related. So I asked their opinion, because they also have to deal with clients and customers, basically. And I got their opinion, and it's like a mix of, I just would deal with it, or I would just ghost them. I will say that anyone that just messages me hi, I do ghost them. Because why would you do that?
Gary.
Like, okay, so to be clear, like if Syncridge were to message me hi, I already know Syncridge, they'll be like, hi, right? But like if you're a complete stranger and I don't know who you are, and you message me hi, I'm like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole thing. In the workplace too. It's like a social convention. Don't message people hi. Don't, like, basically, if you want to message someone, right? Skip the pleasantries, skip the hi, nothing, wait for a response, and they say hi, and they're like, how are you? And I'm like, why are we doing this in my head? What are we doing right now? You're clearly messaging me for something. You're not messaging me for like specific, just for pleasantries, right? You're not be like, oh, I just wanted to message some VTubers to see how they're doing today. And I hope they're doing well, haha. Basically, here's a pro tip. If you're gonna message someone that's like, I don't know how to say it, like busier, if you're gonna message a busy person, yeah, let's put it this way, because you could be a busy person, right? If you're gonna message a busy person that you don't know, number one, don't expect a reply. Number two, make sure that you actually ask the question or give them the suggestion. Get to the point. Get to the point. That's it. Right? So like, I message some large content creators every now and then, and I get ghosted. And that's fine. I accept it. I'm like, well, they're probably busy. They're exponentially larger than me. They have a lot more stuff going on, I know, as a fact. In terms of like, they have multiple YouTube channels, they have multiple projects, stuff like that. So like, I think about that when I think to myself, why didn't they respond to me? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Right? And if you're thinking to yourself, when you message someone that this person's not busy, why aren't they responding to me? They should respond to me, and you don't know who the heck they are. You gotta fix something in here. So like, one of the people that I messaged recently that ghosted me, but I'm fine with it. To be clear, I don't want to start any drama. Right? It's I messaged Mudahar because I'm like, oh, Mudahar's DMs are open on Twitter. And like in his podcast and in his videos, he says that he often will check messages from time to time. And Mudahar also does like these deep dive on like scams and NFTs and whatever, right? Sometimes they do that. So I was messaged by a VTuber NFT company. So basically the idea is that the NFT was a VTuber model, a 2D VTuber model. Which is like, so what is it like? I think like, if for those of you who don't really know what an NFT is, let me explain to you. An NFT is basically like a concert ticket to an event or a concert, right? And it has your seat number on it, it has the date on it, and it's like at this venue at this time and whatever, right? That's what, and your concert ticket is associated with the concert, the date, the venue, the event, and the seat where you're going to be sitting. Do you own any of those things? No, you don't. You have the privilege of being associated with those things in a very minor way. An NFT is exactly like that. That's what an NFT is. So when you buy an NFT and it gives you art or a 3D model or something, you don't own that. You own the association with it. Basically, it's like, imagine when you're in the concert, right? And the seat has like seat 465B. That's your seat, 465B, and you're sitting down in 465B, and you'll know, yes, this is my seat in this place and time for this time and this time only, right? It's not like you're gonna be able to go there like a year later and be like, yeah, that's my seat! Everyone, look! That's my seat! Look, I got the ticket! From last year, I got it! That's my seat! There's like some old lady sitting there. Hello? I'm here to watch MacGyver. Right? That's what an NFT is, basically. Oh, hold on. You don't own it. So, now think about it this way. Imagine having a commercial asset, aka a VTuber model, that you don't actually own the full rights to. You own the association. Oh, it gets even more insidious. Okay, so right. So imagine you have the movie ticket, right? So you have your event, your concert ticket. Now, that year later, when MacGyver's playing and the old lady's watching it, it's done. The venue changed. Your ticket is no longer valid. Because you own the association with everything around the ticket, but you don't actually own the things that it's associated with. So if you get an NFT model, an NFT VTuber model, you don't own the model. You own the association with the model. Basically, you get like the equivalent of like, yeah, this is my friend. Yeah, look how cool my friend is. Therefore, I must be cool. Yeah, my friend. They're cool, I'm cool. As soon as your friend goes, fuck you, you're done. You lose all your cool points. Just like with the NFT VTuber thing, as soon as an NFT, you know, an NFT, like whoever is controlling the NFT, right? They can just change out all the artwork. They can change out all the items because you don't own those things. You own the place. You own just the association with the spot. But if they change it out to a poop emoji, then you own a poop emoji now. Well, you're associated with a poop emoji now because they can change it. You don't own the actual thing. You just own the association with the thing in that one moment in time. So imagine having a VTuber model that you don't actually own full control over. And imagine all these VTuber models are 2D, subpar, like, I don't know, super basic rigging. Like, we're not talking about like art gun level, spatula, twin tails level rigging, right? Where it's like, it looks like a 3D model when it moves around, right? It's like, they kind of do this when they move around, but then they go kind of side to side, and it looks 3D because they have a lot of time and effort and love put into them. No, we're talking about like 2D paper ass looking models that like when they turn, it looks like they're like pieces of paper flapping in the wind. That's like the quality of these models. And they're selling for like $4,000 in the mid on average. That's like what their price is. So imagine spending like $4,000 on like a $300 quality model that you don't even own. That's the problem. So I sent that information, all this information that I dug up on this company to Mutahar. I'll be like, feel free to do anything with this. It's like, hey Mutahar, really big fan, love your channel, love the podcast. I was recently messaged about this VTuber NFT company from the director / marketing person. Here's their contact information. Here's their company information. I think it's a big scam. Here's what I found. Feel free to do with whatever you want. Don't have to credit. And love your content. And that's what I did. That's how I messaged Mutahar, a much larger content creator than me. So like that's basically my approach to messaging larger content creators, right? I got straight to the point in one message. Well, not maybe I might have sent it in like a couple messages, but I got to the point. I didn't message them like, "Hi! Hello? Crying emoji? Crying emoji? GIF of person crying? A GIF of a different person crying? Hello? Question mark? Question mark? Barf emoji?" Honestly, like, it's not a dig at 2D models. I was just saying that the models that they were doing were 2D, and they just happened to be, like I said, like, poor quality VTuber models. Like, they all looked... Basically, imagine, like, you paid $300 for a 2D model. That's including the art and the rigging, right? And like, that's really low for a 2D model. It's like, think about it, right? Like every single angle, like this, has to be hand drawn. Every single, like, so right now my hand goes over my face. So like if you have a piece of artwork that's like this, right? With 2D models, everything needs to be drawn. The face needs to be drawn. All the angles of the fingers need to be drawn. It's insane. So like that's why the cost goes like to the roof, because it costs so much to like take so much time just to draw everything. And then the more you draw, the more you have to rig. So that's why it costs so much. Jarno, thank you for the 2 years. And Shaman, thank you for the 50 bits. Yeah, so 2D, it's a lot of work. Basically, if you here's my recommendation. 2D models and 3D like good 2D models and good 3D models roughly cost about the same price. I'm gonna be frank with you. They cost about the same. It's just a preference. I think the advantages to 2D can actually get quite resource intensive the more complicated they are. The advantages to 2D is that it consistently always looks good. It looks like a piece of art that moves, which is great. Downsides of 2D is, as a end user, is that the downsides of 2D is it always looks how it should look, but it's not as versatile. So you can get hand tracking if you pay, like, you know, out the nose and out the butthole. you can get hand tracking. You can, so like you can get hand tracking and then you can get like upper body movement, but like there's no full body. And it's like, it's not simple to do it that way. Now with 3D, you have the advantage of flexibility, versatility. So like right now what I'm doing, you can't do with a 2D model, basically. Now the downside to 3D models is they don't always look like a piece of art. They don't look like how they're rendered in Blender. Basically. So they don't always have that nice, consistent banger look, if you know what I mean. Would I love to have a 2D model? Yes. I would love to have a 2D model. I just can't justify paying for it. Millennium Cyborg! Oh! You got a gifted sub from Mad Haha! Mad Haha, thank you! Thank you! But yeah, live 2D is great. It's just, it's different. I would love to be able to get, it's possible to get your 3D model looking like a 2D model. It's just very difficult in Unreal Engine. Less difficult in Unity, but Unity also has its own problems. Tigerish, thank you for the 100 bits.
Tigerish 7 cheered Dex 100.
Honestly, here's the thing. What I think, what really started the VTuber movement, so like if you think about it this way, right? Think of the VTubers that you know, like the big VTubers that are not part of a company, like VShojo, like Niji Sanji, Hololive. So I'm just gonna say like Buff Pup as an example. Buff Pup is like a good example of, I think, what is considered like the norm is by having a shit ton of models. So Buff Pup has a shit ton of models. But like what you might not know is that a lot of the models that Buff has, they made themselves. And I think that's like the core, right, of not only like the VR chat VTubing community and the originating of like the Western 2D VTuber movement, is that people who were artists or who could draw or could do 3D modeling or could like smash a bunch of things together were able to get things to work. And I think that's like, from an outsider perspective, like I know there's a lot of other smaller VTubers or VTubers around the same size as me who see this and think they, you know, how do I compete with this? So like, they'll just like, I don't know, they'll like rip out a kidney and like sell it on the black market to get a VTuber model. There's like some people I know that literally spend, I don't know how much they actually spend, but they literally get a model like every month. Like they buy one and I'm like, how? What? Why? Why do you do this? Why? Why? Why do you do this? VTuber models are expensive. And like, I do know that there are some 3D modelers out there who will shame you for having a Vroid model. Who say Vroid models are trash. To those people, your opinion It stinks. Stinky poo-poo. Stinky poo-poo opinion. Bruna, thank you for the 10 bits. It's fine to be V-Ride. There's a lot of things that you can do with a V-Ride model, and I think it's like it's a good base model to start, to learn, to like figure out. Part of the journey of 3D is like learning how models work, how models are constructed. And like I think it's so gatekeeping and how do you say, unfriendly to basically say like, how do I become VTuber? How do I make my first VTuber? Learn Blender. It's like, yes, learning Blender, but like starting from scratch for 3D models, like first you need to learn how to use Blender. Second, you need to learn how to do modeling. Third, you need to learn how to weight paint, and then do topology, and then do rigging, and then doing texturing. It's just too much. You need something to start off. And like I feel that if you go like start out with buy another option is you could buy like a cheap model, like a $50 off the shelf one, like the VV base. I used to use that, or like yeah, basically, or the Tori base, or the Fattori base. But the thing is, like, those models are very complex models because they're meant to be nice models, and the issue is like if you bring those in the Blender, it's just so complex. So like if you start with a V-Ride model, V-Ride models are fairly simple to edit and create, and it's kind of like, it's a great, think of it like riding a bike with training wheels. There's nothing wrong with riding a bike with training wheels. And at any time, you can use that same bike, take the training wheels off, and then go. There's some V-Ride models that I've seen that like you wouldn't believe. That's how amazing they are. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Start with V-Ride and just get familiar with it. Because here's the thing. You might enjoy it. You might hate it. And then now you have once you have a taste of like what it's like. So me personally, I enjoy it. So this model is, I didn't make myself. I paid for it because I know what goes into making a model, and basically one of my biggest weaknesses is texturing. I'm very bad at that. My number one strength is rigging. I know how to rig things. That's about it. When it comes to 3D modeling, so I know how to model. I have modeled a 3D model, a VTuber model from scratch before. And I know that how much work it goes into it. And like, at that time, PUD's prices were I think a little bit lower than they should have been. And I was just like, ooh. And I got a pretty good model. And then I kind of like saved money by saying like, I don't need these things because like I know how to do them and I'll do it myself. Do you know what I mean? So I think I might have gotten a lower price because I didn't have to pay for facial tracking. Do you know what I mean? And like there are changes that I'm making to the model myself just not because like PUD's not able to do it, but just because like that's kind of just what I do. I tinker and I do things like these hands. So okay, to be clear, the thumbs are broken, not because of the from PUD. It's because I just didn't set it up properly when I put it into Unreal Engine. In VC Face, they work perfect. And when I brought Rococo tracking that one time into Unity, I took the time to do it properly. But this time, I was like, well, I'm gonna fix the thumbs anyway. I might as well, swap the hands out. So I own these assets to like a really high quality pair of hands. So I swapped them out. Yes. I'm using Rococo. I do have a discount code. I think if you type in... Did I set it up in Twitch yet? Oh. No, I didn't. I think it's like RKK_Fofamit to get 10% off. But I am working on a video. I have a couple videos planned. I've been working on it for a long time. But here's my, if you want my Coles notes, the suit might not be for you. The gloves, maybe. The gloves are like a hand-down recommendation if you know you want motion capture gloves that you cannot use in VR chat. You cannot use them in VR. You can only use them for VTubing. What is happening? Hello? I think one of my sensors is dying. One of my cables is dying. Hold on. Yes. One of my sensors is dying. Oh, it died. I wonder which one it is. Give me a second. One of my cables. Okay. I'll have to remember it's somewhere on this arm. So that's the thing. In my Rococo video, I will be talking about the issues that I've had. Because as far as I'm aware, I am probably one of the only people who have... I'm probably one of the most experienced people for being in a Rococo suit. If that makes sense. Because apparently, the amount of hours that I have logged in the Rococo suit is like astronomical compared to anyone else. Basically. It's... I'm trying to figure out where it is. Is it... Okay, it's one of these cables. Yeah. Basically, pro suit wearer. That's me. I just have to be careful. I have to remember that I have to replace one of the cables in this arm. Oh! Ah! Okay. Do you have a video on how to move a VR model into VR? I think so. Well, I can just tell you how to do it. you open Blender, get the VRM plugin, import your VRM model, export it as an FBX, import the FBX into VRChat, into Unity, and then follow the normal steps. Basically, all you gotta do is convert it to an FBX. That's all you gotta do. Okay. Okay, it's not the shoulder. It's definitely one of these cables. Seems easy. Yeah, if you know how to use Blender and you already know how to upload models to VRChat, super easy. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna ask Sly for the help. I'll be back. Oh. Hello. I got Sly to unzip the arm. So I can figure out... Hey. Which cable is it? Let me figure it out. Ah! Okay. Okay, I think I know which cable it is. I think. Maybe. Can I just, like, temporarily fix it? Is that gonna work? Or is it gonna need a full swap? Yeah, this is what happens when your cable dies. You don't know which cable it is. You just get a gist of which one it is. And then you just replace the cable. And hope that the problem goes away. Okay. I'll have to figure it out later. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. It's one of 3 cables. Can you import anything in the Vroid? No. You can't import anything in the Vroid. You can only import things from Vroid Hub. But basically, Vroid, think of it Vroid as kind of like a standalone 3D model. Like, think of Vroid more like a character creator. Instead of, like, it's a character creator that allows you to have very customizable character creation options. Some which you can make yourself, like the hair, as an example. But it has a lot of slider-based things, and you can make your own textures. within the program itself. That's what VRoid is really, really nice, is that you don't need Photoshop or Clip Studio or anything like that. You can do all of the texturing at pretty decent quality in VRoid Studio itself. But in terms of importing 3D assets, you cannot do that. I feel like maybe I should recalibrate? Oh! I think it's the shoulder cable that went. Is that it? No. Is it this one cable? It is! Okay, I can actually repair that right now. I'm gonna do that. Give me a second. Do I have experience with Slime VR? I do not. I do know a lot about Slime VR though, because Slime VR is very similar to a Rococo suit in some ways. Basically, it's like a Rococo suit without any of the support. It's like a Rococo suit with inferior parts. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, how am I gonna get this other one? I didn't think this through. I didn't think this through. You could use that for full body tracking for VTuber models. Yes, you could. Just know that you're gonna experience drifting problems. It's not a perfect solution. Basically, if you want like the best hassle-free, if you want the best hassle-free full body tracking, it's gonna be with a VR-based tracking. Which is what I actually used to use. I used to use VR-based tracking. And for people who are looking for like really high quality tracking, honestly, that's still my recommendation. Oh god, how am I gonna get this in? I can't even reach there! It's like on my shoulder blade. Hi, joystick. Hello. Okay. I think I need to take this off. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I have to be very careful to not knock anything. I have to try and take this off enough that I can replace the cable. That's on my shoulder. I almost knocked everything over. which would have been really bad. Oh wait, I can just take this out. Okay. Put this over here. Okay. Can I reach you now? You would need the base stations. I actually talked about this exact topic, Samantha, on a YouTube video. Just look for the YouTube video with the thumbnail. Do you need VTuber? Do you need full body tracking? And I think the title right now is the answer is no. I think that's why I put it. Because for the most part, most people don't need full body tracking. People who wear full body tracking or motion capture suits every time they VTube, they're a little bit deranged and there's something wrong with them. And I'll just be honest with you. Just a little bit deranged. Like, what kind of psychopath would wear a motion capture suit for a Twitch stream? Every Twitch stream. Think about it. Why? Why would someone do that? I have to take like the suit like half off. Oh, watch, this is not even the cable. Okay. Where are you at, cable? I still have my plan B for the Rococo suit cables. They said they were working on fixing it. I believe them. But I always need to have a plan B, just in case. This is extra hard to do because I'm wearing the suit still. Normally you're not supposed to do it while wearing the suit. But I am wearing the suit. Okay. Oh! Okay, hopefully that solves the problem. Hi, Blood. I hope you find the videos helpful. That's my goal, is to make videos that I think that I'm about topics that I'm interested in, that I think other people would also be interested in. And that's basically it. I have yet to do a video that I have not put out. I haven't put out a video that I don't like, in concept at least. I have had videos that I don't like, but like, I liked it originally, and then I grew to not like them. But I think that's normal. Hi, Reindeer. Hello. Okay, hopefully this was the cable that needed to be replaced. If not, I will be very sad. And the whole reason why we're having this issue is literally because the gauge of the wires that they use are too small. This is like the sole reason. Okay, let's plug in again. I've replaced enough cables that, well, obviously I can just do it on the fly like this. That wasn't the cable. I see. Wait, give me a sec. It wasn't the cable! Can I find out which cable it was? Oh. Oh. It's this cable. Okay. Cool. Two cables. So, like, how I'm counteracting the cable issue is I'm exclusively replacing them with longer cables. Basically. So, to prevent any cables from getting stretched too much and failing in the future, I replace it with a longer cable just so that I can give it some slack and hopefully that'll solve some of the issues. At least that's the hope anyway. At least replacing the cables is free. I did buy extras just so that I wouldn't have to wait for the warranty replacement. I guess the plus side of having longer cables also makes replacing them while you're wearing it a lot easier too. I feel like I need to play more VR chat. Get more of my poopy models ripped. I think some people saw that tweet of like me going, oh no, all of my models were stolen. I think people took that seriously. Do you know what I mean? I think they thought it was like not joking or sarcastic. Do you know what I mean? Which, like, I mean, I thought I was pretty clear with my sarcasm because, like, I had the eye rolling emoji. But maybe people just thought, like, maybe, like, people thought, like, I had the eye rolling emoji as, like, I don't know, like, I'm dealing with it kind of a face? I don't know. Okay. We'll see if this solved the issue. Well, I included the emoji for that reason. Hi, Legend. Okay. There, I think I solved the cable issue. Great. So let me zip myself back up. I feel like I'm Igor. Yes. $37s are expensive? Are they? I honestly like graphics cards. Yes, they are expensive. It's I'm not really sure if like now is a good time, honestly, to buy a graphics card, but we'll see, right? Because like we are, I think, honestly, I think we're heading into a recession. Personally, that's what I believe. I am not an economist in any way, but that's what I think is going to happen. Oh, Fenra! Thank you! Oh, graphics card prices should be back to normal now. Close to normal. So that shouldn't be an issue. Thank you, Fenra! 2 years! I just need to get the gloves back on. Yeah, I believe they're back to normal.
Better underscore 5 cheered Dex 1400.
It's a blast from the past, this
It's a
pumpkin
blast
stopping by
from the
to see
past,
how you
this
doing.
pumpkin stopping by to see how you doing.
Hi, Better 5. Thank you for the 1400 bits. I'm doing well. I hope everything with you is doing well as well. I just got back from a little bit of a break from Twitch. Just to catch up on personal projects and work, basically. Hopefully everything with you is doing well. Show me the sensors. Oh. Wait, what? Looking kind of off? Just give me a sec. Apparently one of my sensors is off. Yeah. Okay. Let me, calibrate without it. I think maybe... I don't know what's wrong with it. Right? So, like, I lost... I don't know. You're getting married in 4 months. Congratulations. Just gonna make sure that the sensor's like incorrectly. Because it's powering on. So the connection's okay. So I'm wondering, watch the sensors going. That'd be bad. Everyone in your town's excited? Ooh. Well, congratulations. I hope the marriage goes, I hope the wedding, it goes well. Oh, okay, we're good now. Great! We're all fixed up now. All fixed. Yeah. Spend it on your future with your future partner. No more supporting streamers. You've supported enough streamers. Like, make sure that you pay off your mortgage, pay off your vehicle, have a rainy day savings in case anything, you know, goes bad. You want to be prepared. Right? Rainy day funds, I think, is like something that's like a lot of people don't have. Very important. It's a very important thing to have. DAS you can use DAS models. DAS models are very uncanny. Just to put that out there. They're very uncanny. And they're a lot of work to get to not look uncanny. So like, I would say a really great example would be, look at Boom's model. Boom put a lot of work in that model to get it out of that uncanny valley to make it look as good as it does right now. And it's a really great model. I don't know if Boom's model started as a DAS model though. Honestly, I don't know. But I am familiar with DAS. I know what DAS models are. And they can be a bit uncanny. So like, I would say don't go realistic.
Gary, what?
Basically, let's put it this way. if you want to have a realistic looking, as close to a realistic looking model as you can, there's two people that you need to look out for that do stream or make content on a regular basis still. That, cause like I would say right now, Booms is more stylized. Actually no. Actually, there's four people. There's, actually, hold on. That are not like, that are more like in the leaning aspect of realism. So there's Mega Steak Man, Boom, Citizen Meta 1, Code Miko. Those are the people. When you capture your face in Meow Face and send it into VC Face, your FPS seems to drop in VC Face, even though Task Manager says... Okay, so here's the crucial thing. Does the FPS in VC Face in the corner is dropping, or it looks like your model facial tracking is dropping FPS? Is it your model that's looking like that, or is it saying this counter right here? Yeah, my model's a PBR model. I have physically based lighting. Well, I mean, my model was originally set up to be that way, but I converted it to be PBR based. Which is something that can be done pretty easily, I think. There's a few things that like, I still want to do with this model. I did a lot of tune-ups, basically. I did some small upgrades with this. Look, oh yeah, look cool. Look, I have spikes now. I have actual spikes. But, Vasila, oh, Vasilisa. Looks like your model moves skipping steps, not just the face. Yeah, so okay, here's the thing. If your frames per second in the corner right here is not dropping, then that means it's a Meow Face thing. Like I said, Meow Face, as said by Suvi, is not meant to be a replacement for iPhone tracking. And I still have to do my tutorial. I still have all the footage for it. I just haven't edited it because it's so daunting. Of me walking through like how to cheat to set up facial tracking, like the cheaty way, with Ashanera. And Ashanera was very disappointed with the results that they got when they tried it on their Android phone. So then I tried it on my Android phone and it was the same. So I was like, let me try it with my iPhone. And I did. And they're just like, wow. So the first thing they did was like, how much is an iPhone used? And they were able to buy a used iPhone for like 130 euro. And so they just bought one. Like, that's how much better iPhone facial tracking is. Think about VRM models like it's just a model format. That's all that is. It's a model format. You can change the textures, you can change the materials. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can change things. You don't need to keep it the same. It's just the VRM format comes. So like, for example, like think about Unity. If you're familiar with Unity, when you change the shader, right, then it will work with other Unity-based applications that allow you to have custom shaders. However, if you change the shader with VRM and then import it into a VRM only application, no bueno. Because VRM basically has the shader built in as part of the format. But it's like, it's a 3D model. VRM is a 3D model that has standards and has things baked into it. Yeah, I'm using a Mac Mini right now. It's honestly, I think the two best options right now to get as if you're looking for a streaming computer is the Mac Mini or the Steam Deck. Those are like the two best options other than an old computer. But the way you got to think about it too, right, is like eventually, depending on how much you stream, right? Eventually, the Mac Mini and or Steam Deck is going to pay itself off in power consumption. What is a streaming computer? So it's having one computer that's dedicated to like gaming or VTubing or whatever, and your other computer, a streaming computer, is only doing OBS, and that's it. Because like OBS on Windows for really complex OBS setups. So like my identical OBS setup on Windows uses like 30% CPU minimum. And like sometimes you need that CPU usage. And then if you think about it too, as a VTuber, not only you have to worry about OBS and worry about a possible game, on top of that, you have to run VTubing software. And often VTubing software will take as many resources as a game. I am using Unreal Engine 5 and I have 2 tutorials on how to do that. Oh, this got slightly unbalanced. Just give me a second. Or maybe it's just hitting me now. Yes, yes. Put it this way. This Mac Mini draws like 20 watts max at full load. Right now it's using 10%. So it's like literally sipping power to stream. It's awesome. Yeah, you can with the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is Linux, right? It's a Linux-based operating system, so you just need to open it in the desktop environment and then install OBS. You could, yeah. Personally, yeah, I could use the Mac Mini for more. I just don't. I record on it, because like it's the same as streaming, but I don't edit anything on it. I could do that, but I prefer editing on Windows. But yeah, Mac Mini is using like 10% of his total resources right now. And well, I mean, you can watch my stream in 1080p, 60 frames a second. And like, look, it's pretty smooth. Right? It's pretty smooth. Oh, I forgot. Look, I changed the texture on the knee pads. You don't need to get a Mac Mini. It's just like, if... Here's the thing. It's very easy to cost creep. Right? When I started VTubing and streaming, I had one computer that was worse than all of my computers combined. Like, worse than any of the computers that I use. I had an RX 480. And I had an RX 480 and an AMD 2600X, and that's how I streamed. Full 3D VTubing model. I would play games. It was a balancing act. Hi, Alex. So, like, don't get caught up in the idea that, like, you need to spend money. You don't. As someone who has spent the money, I'm telling you, you don't. And the thing is, like, once you spend the money and get all this other stuff, does it make your life easier? Yes and no. It does make things a little bit more convenient, but it also makes things more inconvenient, if that makes sense. At this moment in time, okay, here's the thing. Whenever you're thinking, is it a good time to wait or buy? If you need it, now. Okay, hold on. Okay, first thing you need to ask yourself, is it a need to have? Or is it a nice to have? And I'm gonna tell you, the need to have things is very small. Basically, without the need to have things, you will die. So, if your job is streaming, right, as an example, let's say if your job is streaming, or making content, and you only have one computer, and your graphics card dies, then that's when your graphics card goes into a need to have, because without it, you would not be able to make content. However, if you currently already have a graphics card that works, and you're just thinking about upgrading it, then it's a nice to have. So, if it's in the need to have category right now, yes, just get it. However, if it's in the nice to have category, you need to justify it. Why do you want this nice to have thing? And I'm gonna tell you, right now is not a good time to buy a nice to have graphics card, because probably in the summer, new graphics cards are gonna be coming out. Cool, happy birthday. Yeah, I remade the tracker mount for it. It still likes to do its own thing. It should be better now, though. It should stay under me a little bit better now. Before it would kind of float all over the place. Now it's a little bit more stable in where it should be. A Steam Deck for gaming. I wouldn't do that. I would do that the other way around. 100%. Basically, think about the advantage of the Steam Deck is you get a nice new shiny thing that is good for portable gaming that you can also use when you are streaming as a OBS box. That's it. I wouldn't do it the other way around because, like, right now, gaming on Proton is, like, very much a hit and miss situation right now. So, like, you're gonna introduce a lot of headache into your streams, basically. So I don't recommend it. I recommend doing it the other way. Let the Steam Deck gaming be like your personal enjoyment kind of a thing. Hi, Esmeralda. Hello. Welcome. Hi. I normally am not glowing. Hello there. Wow. Hello, unidentified squid. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Cool. Did you check out my YouTube channel? Because my YouTube channel probably has a lot of cool videos that you'd be interested in, Esmeralda. Oh, cool. You should also join the Discord. Basically, people help each other there. Glizzy for the Glizzy God. The Glizzy God? Isn't this the Glizzy God? Isn't this the Glizzy God? Right here. I'm pretty sure this is the Glizzy God. What the finger do? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I can, I can move my hand, like all my fingers. I can splay my fingers, see? Like this, I can bend them. But I can also... Oh, thank you, moderators. You use VMagic Mirror? Yeah, VMagic Mirror is great. It's probably one of the best free ones that you can get, other than VC Face. I would say overall VC Face is better. Yes. I feel like this would make like a good... Would this be weird to like do... Okay, hold on. Let me clip that. I'm gonna clip that, and I'm gonna post that on Twitter. Okay, let's see. Make like a good... Would this be weird to like do... Would this be weird to like do... Would this be weird to like do... You like my title? Would this be weird to like do... Come on. Okay, let me download it. Okay, I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Would this be weird to like do... Dun da da. Hey, Legend. I should make a particle system to... I could do that. How does that even look? Oh, it's so cursed. Yeah, that's really cursed. Oh yeah, by the way, everyone, just so you know, I don't keep VODs on this channel anymore. So if you see any moments that you want to clip, just clip it. VODs will be available on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. Lawgeist! Thank you! Thank you for the 9 months! Particle emitters from the hands, though, eh? I know Riku came up with a way to, like, track the hand position, like, of your fingers. Yeah! I don't know how, like, Riku's basically gonna add, like, finger gestures. Which I think is cool. Like, imagine just being able to go like this, and then, like, trigger something, right? I think that would be cool.
Paper, snow, a ghost.
Yeah, I think that's what Riku is doing, Koala. I think that's what they're doing. I think so. I don't know. But it does... Okay, so I actually do notice the difference. Wait. Moderators and Koala Wolf and Mad Haha, do any of you notice the difference? Does the facial tracking look smoother? Because, like, I think it does. But I just want to know, like, I stare at face tracking all day. So, like, obviously I would notice it. But, like, is it noticeable to everyone else? I don't know. Is it? Mouth looks smoother. On your biggest fan. Closest fan. Yeah. I would like to make the design smaller. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a YouTube video about this iPhone cooler and release the files for it. And then in that video, I'm gonna do like a sponsor segment, which is, hey, basically I'm gonna be like, do you want to help fund the next design of it? Basically, to make it smaller. Because like, here's the problem that we have right now, is I bought the smallest heatsink. I bought the smallest heatsink that I thought would work with the iPhone. I actually thought that this heatsink would, since it has a heat pipe, like a really fat heat pipe, I thought that it would be able to cool it passively without a fan. Like, I was hoping that it could. It can't. It needs the fan. So, right now, so I knew that this one would work with a fan and possibly without. So now, like, I know that a fan is required. Unless you get like a massive heatsink, which you don't want to do. You want to reduce the weight, reduce the size. So right now, the only other options are to buy a bunch of different heatsinks and hope for the best. And that's going to be very expensive. So basically how I'm going to sponsor the next video is I'm going to sponsor it with my own Throne wish list. And on the Throne wish list, before the video goes live, is I'm going to add every single one of those heat sinks. So if someone wants me to test to see if it would work and come up with a design, if it does work, then they'll have to buy it for me. I don't think that's like, I don't think that's that bad, because like, I'm releasing something for free, and if someone wants it to be smaller, then, because like, I don't want to buy it. So I have a list of 10 different heat sinks that could possibly work, that are smaller and lighter, but I don't know if they will work. And like, they're on average, they're about $30 each. So that's like $300. And like, I don't want to spend $300 without like knowing it's gonna work, right? See, that's the problem though, Koala, is that in the video, I'm gonna say, if you use your iPhone on your desk and it's just, it doesn't move, right? It's just on your desk and you don't like get up and move around. You don't need to have it mounted to your head like I do. Then just get that iPhone. I'm gonna link like an off-the-shelf cooler that'll work. But here's the problem, is that with head mounts, you can't. Would this be? with head mounts, they mount from behind. And all of the phone coolers that you can buy off the shelf have the fan right in the center and behind, making it incompatible with head-mounted iPhones. So it is a very niche thing that I'm not sure how many people will actually end up using, but it's something that I use and I'm interested in. I've done the duct taping the selfie stick. I've done that. I've designed my own thing out of GoPro mounts and all that stuff. Trust me, it's worth having a proper HMC. But anyways, even then, if you have a selfie stick, right? The mounting of the iPhone is still going to interfere with the iPhone coolers because all the fans are on the back, and the back must be the full back must be exposed. Does the head mount obstruct my view? It does not. But I'm just gonna save you some time. This head mount is meant for small studios and Hollywood. So it has a price to match it. So I would recommend getting a bike helmet and using a selfie stick. And the only downside is that it is uncomfortable. Could I 3D print the attachment points to be on the sides? Yes, you could, but then the issue then is, so the thing is that that cooler, so that cooler so a lot of these coolers are actually crap. Some of them are just literally a fan on it and like not even a heat sink, no metal, which is not good. There's one that's called the Black Shark phone. I don't know why it's not showing up in the results. Phone cooler. Yeah, here it is. So this is generally what I would recommend for most people. I'm pretty sure this uses a Peltier. So it has a fan, and it powers by USB-C, and it has a Peltier cooler. Here's the problem with Peltier coolers. Peltier coolers are incredibly energy inefficient. It's going to use a lot of power. It doesn't actually say what the battery life is. But it is a Peltier cooler. So a Peltier cooler is a thermoelectric cooler. I'm just gonna go to images because I don't want to actually click on something. So this is a Peltier cooler or a thermoelectric cooler. So what it does is that basically it uses electricity, makes a cold side and a hot side, and then basically the heat transfers from one side to the other using electricity. And it's very, very inefficient. To give you an idea, to have a Peltier cooler on your CPU So your CPU, right? Instead of using like a heatsink and a fan, right? So here the advantage is like you could have a Noctua D15. Right? Fairly large cooler. This is literally like the gold standard cooler. This is what I use personally. It's awesome. It's great. I recommend it. Look at the size of it. But the thing is like how it works is that it uses heat pipes and basically uses evaporative cooling. So basically how a heat pipe works. Can I get a good image? Ah, perfect. So basically what happens is that there's like vaporized gases in there that's under pressure. And then when certain gases are under pressure, it'll remain a gas until it heats up. So in this case, this gas heats up, and as it heats up, it condenses into a liquid. It condenses into a liquid when it cools down, and it goes here. So when it heats up, it moves to the other side, and it goes to the cooler side because of how thermodynamics work. And then when it reaches the cooler side, it's gonna cool down, and it's gonna go back to this way and get the heat again, basically, because heat always wants to be in, it's gonna run in a circle like this. And this requires no power, it's 100% passive. So that's what the Noctua D15 and most coolers use, is that it has a bunch of heat pipes, a bunch of fins, and 2 fans to like basically cool it down, right? So this can cool a CPU no problem, and it uses like what? Like 5 watts of like cooling power to just power these fans, maybe 10 watts. This, a Peltier cooler, in order to have a Peltier cooler to cool a CPU, is you need to basically put not only do you need the fan, but you also need electricity. So you're adding the power of the fan, but the actual thermoelectric cooling pad that you see right here also consumes power. And generally, to cool a CPU, it usually uses around 300 watts to cool a CPU that a Noctua D15 could. So it's very electrically inefficient to use a thermoelectric cooler, aka a Peltier. So why does that matter? So we're looking at this Black Shark phone cooler. The thing is, like, your phone is never going to heat up that much. So a Peltier cooler actually might be pretty good. A thermoelectric cooler. It's going to be using USB-C. It doesn't say how much power it consumes. So I actually have no idea how much power this consumes. But I'm assuming because it's using a Peltier cooler, or they're calling it a refrigeration chip. No one really knows. It doesn't tell you how much power it uses. I'm gonna guess that it uses a decent amount of power. And the thing is, like, there's 2 factors that we need to think about here. It sucks in air from this part and dissipates air from the side. So it sucks in air from the back. So air comes in this way and then blows out from the sides. Now, if we look again at this HMC mount, you can see that it mounts directly where the fan would be. It mounts directly where the fan would be. So. But the thing is, though, an iPhone 13 is like, what? $1,300? I would love to have an iPhone 13. I would love to have one. They're just really expensive. So here's what my recommendation is, that if you are going to be using your phone just like on your desk, as like right now, what I'm doing right now, I don't need to have it mounted to my head, right? Like, because I'm just sitting down. If you're just sitting down in front of your phone, you don't need to have an HMC mount like this. You don't need to have this. So just buy, honestly, I'm gonna say to people, just buy this. And I'm gonna probably put an Amazon affiliate link. The thing is, like, you could modify one of these to have to be compatible. The issue is that one is not compatible in terms of, like, you have to design around this device. And you have to design around this device. So you'd have to, like, make a 3D printed enclosure for this, and then give it enough air breathing room in order to suck in fresh air. And also, I have no idea how loud this is. Does it say? It doesn't say how loud it is. So it doesn't say how loud it is. It doesn't say how much power it uses. So that's why this is ideal for a desk setup, because you can just plug it into the wall. Right? So that's why this, I want to make it smaller. So as you see here, the heatsink is quite large, and I want to know how small I can make the use a heatsink. And then smaller heatsink, less weight. Smaller heatsink means this can be less thick, which means less lever power. So less force from the fulcrum point. I have no idea how quiet it is, to be honest. Whereas with this, oops. Whereas with this, I'm using, this fan is like a no-name brushless fan that is like not good. And it's, as you can hear, it's very quiet. And it's literally right next to the microphone. I have to put the microphone on the fan. Hold on. Can you hear it now? Literally, the microphone is touching the fan right now. And that's the only way you can hear it. I have to literally touch the microphone to the fan. Okay, see you. What do you mean 60 FPS? How? You just have to have a cool iPhone. Like, literally. Your iPhone needs to be cool. So Koala, you have an iPhone 13?
Moon Shoots cheered X100.
Whoa! Moon Shoots! Thank you for the 100 bits! So wait, Koala, you have an iPhone 13? And you, in Live Link Face, it never drops to 30 FPS? It stays above 30 FPS at all times. Barely gets warm to the touch. Interesting. And it gets toasty. So that's the thing, is that I think that's a very high-end solution, and I think, like, if I were, it's fine. No one's gonna buy an iPhone 13 just to get it not toasty. What do you mean business plans? It's gonna be released for free. It's free. I'm gonna put it out for free. It's with the Amazon affiliate link for the other one. Do you know how much I get from Amazon? Like, my last Amazon affiliate, I got $40. Which is like, I guess it's like better than nothing, but like, $40. It's not a lot. But at the same time, it's passive income. So, it's basically just me throwing links in YouTube and be like, for the 1% of people that actually go to the description, and they'll be like, oh, Fulfa recommends these products. It's high for affiliate link? Really? I used to get like, around Christmas time, I get like 200. Is that high? I always thought that was low, because I know some people that get $1,000 a month.
Zero Dragons!
Oh, Duck, thank you for the raid. Yeah, I know some people that get $1,000 a month on affiliates. Some people make even more than that. Like, literally their job is just Amazon affiliates. So like, I don't know. I didn't think it was a lot. Oh, and like Linus makes money with. I saw Linus broke down how much they make with Amazon affiliates too. It's a lot. It's like a significant amount. Like, I think Linus's Amazon affiliate income is like, it stands over and casts a strong shadow over Sly's income and my income combined, just for Linus's Amazon affiliate links from Linus Tech Tips. Yeah. And to me, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so for those of you who are getting an ad, who get ads on Twitch, if you are an avid Twitch watcher, you watch a lot of Twitch, get Twitch Turbo. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, if you wait. Well, if you drop a fat sub to me, you can view me in an ad-free viewing environment. I'm not gonna tell you that. Yes, that's technically true, but I also realize, you are not my wallet. You probably have better things to spend your money on. Just get Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo costs as much as 2 Twitch subs. So here's my recommendation. If you're subscribed to 2 Twitch streamers right now, maybe not me, but if you're subscribed to 2 Twitch streamers right now, unsub from 2 of them and replace that with Twitch Turbo. And then you get ad-free viewing on Twitch all across the entire platform. Seriously. If you're subbing to people, you're already giving them money. So just get unsub to 2 people, get Turbo. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, get Turbo. Turbo's totally worth it. I have Turbo and I don't even watch, I'll be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of Twitch. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube or like VODs on YouTube, but that's it. I just don't have... I'll lurk in streams, but like, that's pretty much it. The problem that I have is that a lot of the people that I like to watch stream at the same time as me. Do I have YouTube Premium? Yes, I do. Of course I do. Those are like the only 2 subscriptions that I pay for. Twitch Turbo and Twitch Turbo I really didn't want to buy. But then I was like, this is how I justified it. I was like, at the time I was subbed to like 15 people on a regular basis, like renewing subscriptions. So I whittled that down to like 4. And then to make up for that, I'm like, I'll just get Twitch Turbo. Yeah, I was subscribed to 50. Like, remember at the time, I worked as a full-time teacher. Yes, look, it's a chair. See? Explanation mark GG. This is what I sit on. Yeah. Well, like, at the time I had 2 incomes, right? I was working as a teacher, and I was getting teacher salary, plus Twitch, plus YouTube. And now I don't work as a teacher anymore. So I'm a lot more frugal with money. Basically, all of my computer upgrades or stream upgrades now literally are funded by Amazon affiliates. So like the Stream Deck pedal that I have now that I can do this, that was funded from like 2 months of Amazon affiliate. Like that's how I got it. Oh, and if you're interested in gamer subs, it's like, honestly, I would strongly recommend trying the sample pack. But if you're looking for a full serving, you can't go wrong with a Cyberry or a Blue Raz. My 2 favorites are, some people find them very mid. I really like Mango Meta and Peach Iced Tea, but I know some people are like, it's okay. Try the sample pack if you're interested. I think the sample pack is like, I don't know how much it costs. How do I make my real chair and mic in VR? Well, I'm not in VR, but I have a YouTube video on that. So just type in !YouTube to get a link to my YouTube channel, and I have a tutorial for that. Basically. Oh, the Guacamole Gamer Fart? Yeah, Guacamole Gamer Fart is, I believe, strawberry kiwi. It's pretty decent. Basically, the only one that I dislike is Waifu Candy. I despise it. Despite it being one of the newer flavors. I hate it. I still remember when it came out, they're like, Fofa, you should promote this. I said no. But Fofa, we sent you special cup and t-shirt and full thing. You should promote it. And I went, no. basically you just need to have a cool iPhone. So you could get the thermoelectric cooler that I recommended, or if you need it head mounted, like so right now, if I move all the way over here, I still have facial tracking. See? Because my iPhone is mounted to my head. So a lot of design considerations need to come into play. Basically, it needs to be light and compact. And with the heatsink that I have, basically this is the lightest and compact as it can get, without, you know, buying a bunch of different heat sinks. So yeah. Cause like honestly I've seen some other people set up. So I had Boom send me their setup. And basically theirs is, they also talked about it on their Twitter as well, publicly. I'm not going to show a picture. Actually, I should actually ask for their permission. But they are using a giant copper heatsink, which I've seen those. Those are around $30. And a fan, which are like, computer fans are like maybe $10, $20. And it's just like, and then you have to like figure out how to rig all those things together. Honestly, it's just better to buy, if you're just gonna have it on your desk anyway, just get one of those pre-made off-the-shelf ones. The only time you need a custom one is when it's mounted to your head. Hi, Chica! Thank you for the 18 months! Does it have to be an iPhone? Yes. You can use Android. If you want to see a comparison video of the two, once again, it's on my YouTube channel. I talk about it, I do a comparison, and then in the description of that video, I link to Suvi's video on how to set it up and where to download it. Yes. Face ID is much better because, for two reasons. One, they have dedicated processing specifically for facial tracking. Two, they have hardware dedicated for facial tracking. That's why. So the thing is, here's the thing about here's the thing. All of you have an iPhone right now. This is something you can do. So you can get your iPhone and point it at someone's face. Like, just put a YouTube video on of, like, Philip DeFranco. And you can get your iPhone, point it at Philip DeFranco on the screen. It'll capture. And you're like, what? And you're like, how is that using the depth sensing camera? It's not using the depth sensing camera. That's Philip DeFranco on my screen. And you're right. Because what it's using is using the RGB camera, and it's using the dedicated processing power on the Apple Silicon in order to process facial tracking. However, what you're going to notice is that the facial tracking is not as good as if you were tracking a real face, because basically the IR dot projector, the Face ID depth sensing camera, provides a lot more details and allows for higher quality facial tracking. So it's a combination of hardware and software. So like, for example, there are some facial tracking applications that will work on like an iPhone 8 as an example, but the thing is, like, the facial tracking is not going to be as good. So in terms of like consumer off-the-shelf face tracking that's ready to go, the best you can get is an iPhone with Face ID. Then after that would be any other iPhone. Then after that would be Android with Meow Face. like I said, check out my YouTube channel, exclamation mark YouTube. It's all there. Well, I mean, there's a comparison there. Basically. Yes. Hi, Netta. Yes, yes, it is better. And if you're like, but iPhone's so expensive, I hate Apple. Apple is the worst. They're overpriced and expensive. Buy a used iPhone. They're cheap. iPhone X. I haven't upgraded to the newest version of iOS, but like, I don't notice that, like, honestly, like, here's the thing. I was facial capturing at like 30 FPS the entire time. So that's what I'm used to. Now I'm capturing in 60 FPS and it's great. And the thing is too, is that I'm pretty sure Artgun is also capturing at 30 FPS as well. So like, I think like the bump on having a cooler phone or an iPhone 13 is a huge quality of life improvement. Yeah, exactly. You can buy a used iPhone X for so cheap. Honestly, like, I see the issue that Artgun's having, but like, I see it, the issue when they show it to me, and like, I don't see the issue myself personally on when I do it. Cause like, I'm not on iPhone, I'm not on iOS 15.3, I'm on 15.4. So I have upgraded, if that makes sense. But like, I haven't upgraded to the latest version. I'm wondering if it's just because it's overheating, possibly. Maybe. I wonder. Because like, my iPhone is attached to my face at all times. Let me show you what I have. This is the HMC that I have. So you can see how like it gives a full capture of your face, but like it doesn't impede your view. And like it's very, very stable. Like, this is what I use. So this was originally recommended to me by Ayumi One-san. And because they have one, and I was like, I knew of them, but like I wasn't sure if I would drop the money on it, right? And then so I contacted them. Honestly, the people at Standard Deviation, Babek, awesome person. It's a very small independent company, family run, family oriented, local to the United States, and like great. They're great. They're great people. All my interactions with them, very positive. Yes, this is what I use. It's so in this current configuration without the counterweight, So it's not, if you're going to be doing a lot of moving and dancing and athletics like this, you don't use the counterweight. If you're going to be doing a lot of sitting and standing still, like basically how I use it, you do need the counterweight. The counterweight is $200. And then the HMC is $11.50. But like, if you look up, here's the thing. Just look at this facial tracking stuff, right? And if you look up mocap movies, see this stuff? Wait. See this stuff? This is standard deviation. This is them. The same company. So same company. So that's what you're paying for. You're paying for that company. What do you mean who do you think you are? They literally do Hollywood movies. This is their main clientele. We are nobody. The fact, see now, and they also won an Academy Award for innovation in facial capture, like, stuff. So, like, considering all this information and, like, how nice and genuine they are, it makes me really, really like them as a company. So, like, do you need one of these things? No. Here's the thing. Most VTubers don't even need full body tracking. Right? Think about, like, the last, like, 30 minutes of me streaming right now. I've just been sitting here talking. Do I need full body to do this? No. Literally, what I'm doing right now can be done in VC Face. Right? Think of it this way. I can have the iPhone, like, mounted right here. I can have Elite Motion and then hand tracking, just like that. Wow. The only time you need full body tracking or a head mount, like I do, like I have, is if you want to do this. Stand up, pick up stuff, put it down. This is it. But even then, right? You might not even need it. I could just have an iPhone, like, mounted right there. Or if you're not even going to be standing that much, helmet plus monopod. Right? That's what I literally used helmet plus monopod. The thing is, like, why did I spring for this? Is because I use it every stream. And the problem with the helmet plus monopod was that it was giving me pressure points and headaches. And, like, every time I ended my stream, I ended with a headache. So then I tried to make different designs, and, like, it never solved the pressure points and headache problem that I had. So I bought one of these. As soon as I bought this, instant comfort. It's like I went from walking with rocks in my shoes to walking with, like, nice, comfortable shoes, basically. I've been trying to design a head mount that can be printed, that I like, when I can come up with a design, it will be made for free. But the problem is that it is very hard to design something better that would be better than helmet plus monopod. Very difficult. And like, so I'm trying to design something that's comfortable, but that's difficult. I've been trying for like the last year-ish. Year-ish? No. Since like January. I've been like letting it melt in my head. I've tried a couple things. I've bought a couple things to use as like potential parts for HMC mounts for like the arms and stuff. No dice. Basically, so far, since getting the 3D printer, I've probably spent a few $100s on things that I think would work around 3D printed parts, which don't. And like, some of those things aren't usable again anymore. So I'm just like, what do I do? Which is the main issue. Yeah. Well, the way I see it is that as long as I don't spend more in parts than the 3D printer itself, I'm golden. But yeah, right now, where I'm leaning, see, the issue too is like, I have to like try to make it to the standard of what I'm using, but also have it be as durable as helmet plus zip ties plus monopod. How do you beat that? Right? How? How? Reverse engineer their stuff. I'm pretty sure they have a patent. I don't want to do that. Plus, the standard deviation, it's very easy to replicate in some aspects. But like, the thing is that it's relying on laser cut aluminum. Laser cut aircraft grade aluminum, I think that's what it's made out of. So like, how do you compete with that with 3D printed plastic? I could literally replicate it 1-to-1 with a 3D print, and it would just fall apart. But the thing is, like, it's gonna be for public release. That's the problem. It's gonna be for public release. So like, I have a couple designs that I haven't tested in mind. But right now my printer is having some problems. Somehow it's like uncalibrated and I'm not really sure how to fix it. I don't know what's wrong with it. It was like working fine until it had a head crash, and then like now it's not working fine anymore. It's like all the prints are slightly off now, and I'm not sure why. And on top of that too, like, yeah, basically like, calibrated. I did. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I think I need to Googleize it later. I was just so focused on getting this iPhone cooler design out, basically. And now all I have to do is, I filmed a bunch of the B-roll already. And now the only thing I need to do is actually film the YouTube video and release it. And release the, oh, by the way, as a heads up, the only way you can get the free downloads of the iPhone cooler, you can download it for free from the, it's going to be on the Prusa website. Because, well, they gave me the printer. I mean, it feels wrong to like, oh, Prusa, thanks. Wait, hold on. Well, gee gosh golly, Prusa. Thanks for sending me that fancy old printer. And I'm gonna repay you by designing something fancy and uploading it to MakerBot Thingiverse. What's that you say? You have your own 3D model hosting website that people can download for free? Well, gosh darn it. Should have thought of that ahead of time, already uploaded it. It's like the least I could do. Right? Just upload it to their site. I wouldn't say I'm sponsored. I mean, I didn't sign anything. I didn't sign anything. Or, yeah, they just sent it to me. That's it. I'm technically not sponsored. I'm only sponsored by 2 companies right now. One is Rococo, which, my sponsorship agreement is I make 4 videos in 1 year. That's it. And then I had to pay for most of the suits. I just got like a tiny discount. And I'm allowed to say whatever the heck I want. So, like, I can, that's, like, why I say most people don't, you probably don't need a suit. Despite it, 1, I'm sponsored by that company. 2, I get a monetary benefit by you using my code and getting 10% off. I do get a kickback. And I'm still telling you, you might not need the suit. And my stance is still, like, you probably don't even need full body tracking. Well, hi. Sent from Striker Sly. And then also the other one is, Gamer Subs. But I literally drink this every day. So, those are my sponsors. Wow. Your suit is arriving this month or next? Hey, nice. Wait, did you also get the gloves? The gloves? Get the gloves too? And what are you planning to use it for? It's so, like, surreal that so many VTubers now are, like, using a Rococo suit. I don't know, like, I remember, like, how I decided on Rococo was, I saw, it wasn't Code Miko. It was Xanadu. The blue alien guy. And they were using an Accent suit. I was just like, oh, I want one of those. How much are they? Oh, that's a lot of money. I'm just gonna use VR because I know VR chat. And then I used VR for a very long time, and then eventually I'm like, okay, well, what's the next upgrade? It could be a suit. And then I researched the different options, and basically Rococo seemed like the best. For the price. Suit plus gloves. But the thing is though, here's the thing, right? I consider like, how would I put this? In terms of full body tracking, I'm gonna say that like Vive trackers are like the Honda Civics of cars, right? It's reliable, it's gonna work, it's cheap to repair and replace. You know, it's gonna be there for you when you need it. Decent on mileage. The Accents is like having insert high-end car here that is also focused on comfort, fuel efficiency, and all that other stuff. Just you know the car, your dream car, right? It does all the things that you want. The Rococo suit is like a Porsche 911 Turbo. I've only been in one once as a passenger. And it wasn't a smooth ride. But it was fun. And from what I've read about Porsche 911 Turbos, is that they're very finicky, they're really fun, but like they're not an everyday car. They'll give you the thrills of the high end with also the discomfort of a high end. And that's basically what the Rococo suit is. It's a Porsche 911 Turbo. Yes, I use 10-point tracking and it works great. Basically, like, I would say Vive tracker tracking is like the gold standard. Basically, it's the most accurate tracking that you can get. Even more accurate, technically more accurate than an Accent suit, because it relies on external tracking. Actually, probably the best tracking that you could get is external based tracking, but that's like OptiTrack, Vicon, whole other level of basically like using that same scale of Vive trackers being like the Honda Civic, Rococo being the Porsche 911 Turbo, Accents being insert luxury car here. OptiTrack and Vicon is literally like wait, hold on. Vicon and OptiTrack is like pretty much like oh, imagine driving. Oh, what's plebeians driving? Stop. That's what servants are for. That's OptiTrack, Vicon. No, not a 3090. Okay, let's put it in graphics card. Let's put it in graphics card. Okay. So, a Vive tracker setup is like an RTX 3060. It's best bang for the buck, does the job, does what you need. Doesn't cost too much. Accents is the 3090. It is gonna be, it's probably gonna, you're buying it for a specific use or you're buying it to flex. It'll do those things. The Rococo suit is like, the Rococo suit is like the AMD 6900 XT. It's good, has some issues. Vicon and OptiTrack is like getting NVIDIA A-series graphics cards. A-series Quadro graphics cards that start at $10,000 minimum. But yeah, basically what motion capture suit can do that, hey, there's nothing wrong with AMD cards. Sly, actually, so Sly and I were both going to get 5700 XTs when, you know, those were a thing. But the problem is that I was using a Dan case-like case. So it's like a very small form factor case, and none of the 5700 XTs at the time that I could buy were small enough. So I ended up getting a 2070 Super. Sly has a 5700 XT. Here's the thing. At the time, 2700 at Super, 2070 Super versus 5700 XT, trading blows. And actually, sometimes the 5700 XT would trade blows with a 2080, which is insane. Now, with driver updates, the 5700 XT is faster than the 2070 Super. No CUDA cores, Quadros. Playtest Fortnite on it? Wow. I don't know. Personally, I would probably stick with NVIDIA myself because I use DLSS. So right now, what you're seeing, this entire environment has DLSS into it. I'm using DLSS. But yeah, the thing about mocap suits is that you can get more subtle movement. That makes sense. So like what you'll notice between VR tracking versus motion capture tracking is VR tracking is going to be much more positionally accurate, but because VR tracking only has 10 points of tracking versus, let's say, a Rococo suit, excluding the gloves, is like 20 to 30 points of tracking. So like I can do this. Can't really do this with VR tracking. Yeah, I honestly, like, I regret not buying a 3090 at the time. Because, you know, at the time, you know, pre-pandemic, 3090s were like 1,500, well, 1.5 million won, which was like roughly translates to like $1,500 Canadian. And I was just like, who's gonna spend that much money on a graphics card? No one needs that. 2070 Super is good enough. And then, you know, the pandemic hit. Needed an upgrade. And you know the rest from there. But yeah, you got a Roku suit, and you're gonna do it for content creation. See, the thing is, like, what do I use? I probably don't use the Rococo suit the way most people use it, because literally how I use it is probably the reason why I probably have like the most amount of hours logged out of most people in the suit itself, is because literally this is what I do with it. I hop in the suit and I'm just like, what's up, people? Hello, I'm a VTuber. Let's talk about VTubing things. You were studying it, but you left early because YouTube did well. Yeah, make sure you cash in on your YouTube stuff early and get those investments going. Don't do crypto or NFTs. Actually, speaking of which, last time I checked, all my investments were like down 40%. Let's check the casualty. Yeah, that's like how I think we're entering a recession, is because like all my investments are like safe investments. Okay. That's only 30% now. Okay. How do you invest in stuff? Go to your bank. Seriously, just go to your bank. Talk to them. That's your best, safest choice. Don't listen to people on YouTube. Don't listen to social media influencers. Like, don't do fractional investing. Go to your bank. Your bank will have a financial advisor that can educate you on things. Odds are you can buy stocks on your banking app, but talk to your bank first. Get all the information before you get into it. Yeah. Stocks are like the way to go. Just don't take stock advice from like YouTubers. Don't be like, okay everyone, we're going to invest in Tesla and I don't know what other things to. We're gonna invest in this. We're gonna do some speculative investments in this company that only I know about, that I'm not gonna disclose my current shareholdings in. But yeah, you should buy this. Buy. Treat your first investment like fun money. Basically, like, your first investment in stocks should be like, this is money that I'm comfortable throwing in a fire. I would not like it if it went into a fire, but I would be okay with never seeing this money again. And see how it goes. And if you're like, I must put more money in to feed the, like, oh, my money looks hungry, I should feed it with more money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, game stonks. Like, think about games. Okay, yeah, basically, what is it? If you want to know, if you want to, like, see the worst of what can happen to you in investing, go to the Reddit thread Wall Street Bets. Go to Wall Street Bets. Oh my god, some of the stuff that you see on Wall Street Bets, they're like, yeah, I just, some of the, it's basically like they just come in. Wait, hold on. This is Wall Street Bets. Most of the people, like, hey, what's up, friends? Guess who just lost 40K? This lady. That's basically Wall Street Bets. Yeah, seriously. Just like look at Wall Street Bets just to be like, see what is the worst that can happen to you. Yeah, the GameStop. Huh! Hi, Lynchy. But yeah. Talk to your bank about investments. They'll set you up. Here's the thing. Doing investments properly will be less profitable on paper, but will be safer, basically, right? Versus like, you know, there's still a risk. There's still a risk, but like, it's not like, okay, everyone, we're going to put our life savings in poop coin. Don't forget to hodl diamond hands. I think I'm using that right. What's up, my fellow children? Basically, I think I use those terms right. I try to like pick up on slang. I try to stay hip to the beat to the youngins. But yeah, right now, most stocks are down. Everything is down. Everything is going down. Everything is going down. Let's see. Airlines are down. Fuel prices are up. Travel costs are increasing. Food prices are increasing. There is an excess of global silicon now. So here's the issue that's happening right now. Right this instant. Samsung has an unprecedented level of phones that they don't know what to do with. They made too many. And they're like, oh, I guess we're fucked. Nvidia has a giant order. A giant order. A soul-crushing order at TSMC to make 5nm silicon. And Nvidia's like, shit, we don't need that. Can we back out, TSMC? Can we back out, please? TSMC's like, no. No. No, no. You signed the agreement. You signed the order, okay? And then Nvidia's just like, oh, we're fucked. So, expect graphics cards to not be a ridiculous price. The GTX 1630 was probably in development for a very long time and was destined to launch, hoping that there would still be, you know, a graphics card shortage, and just came out too late. It came out too late. And, you know, so did Intel Arc. Intel Arc also came out a bit late too. Which is the thing. So right now it's like, if you kind of are looking to upgrade your graphics card, wait until the summer if you don't need one right away. Just to add a little bit more flavor. I'm expecting the prices of graphics cards to somewhat normalize, but inflation's gonna go up, so prices might seem higher. But people are gonna be losing their jobs soon. Great! So good. It's I don't know. Like, I've lived through the housing crisis, the earlier housing crisis, but I was in school at the time, so like it didn't really impact me. But like that lasted for like 5-10 years. Like, I don't know what advice I can give to that. I would say... spend money wisely. Don't, when you see things like this, don't go, ah, ha, 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 funny number, I give subs. Just save your money. Content creators will figure it out. Basically, I don't know. Content creators that are like solely making money on Twitch, if you're not like, I don't know, at least 1,000 viewers, you're probably not making enough on Twitch to survive on your own. You really need something else like YouTube. Really, really, really. Because, like, you can't just, like, live without a job forever, right? You're gonna need a job eventually. You need to be put out into the world. And, yeah. I've been on my own since, I left home as soon as I finished high school. I moved out. Not because I was forced to, but, you know, Korean parents. Korean parents. You gain like 5 pounds. You come home for Christmas and they're like, wow, you got fat. That's the only thing they say to you. Isn't that great? Oh, so why aren't you studying to become a doctor? Or why don't you marry a doctor since you're not becoming a doctor? I'm not joking. I wish I was. Okay, see you. Thanks for popping in. Well, like, it's a thing, right? Okay. We're gonna be ending stream. We do have a raid message. This is our raid message. Please copy paste it. You do not need to be subscribed to use it, but if you are subscribed, you do get a little bit of a bonus. Also, if you stick through the raid, you get 250 channel points on my channel, and with 250 channel points, you can do a whole bunch of cool stuff. We'll see if I add some more stuff in the future. Who we are rating? We are rating Sia. Sia is a fellow VTuber, and currently they are streaming Spore. Sia is actually like a really great content creator. They have a really fun stream, a really great environment, super positive. Please be sure to stick through the raid, drop that raid message, and I'll see you tomorrow. I was debating whether or not I was gonna stream again tomorrow and go on like break. I actually thought about like streaming once and be like, okay everyone, I'm gonna be going on break for like another week, but I'll stream again tomorrow. We'll see. Anyways, have fun with Sia. Bye.